Good evening. This is Sky Saunders. I'm Sky Saunders. We got a few things to get into tonight. We're going to talk about Pharrell. We're going to talk about Druski. And we're going to talk about economics. Yes, economics sounds boring, sounds like dry, but that's your whole life. That's everything. That's it. That's part of your life. The economic system, the beautiful system of capitalism, the protection of property rights and especially individual rights. That's pretty much what capitalism is all about. That's it. A state, a government that seeks to, safeguard rights as for the individual and for property as well. But we'll get into that a little later. Now, I just want to talk about, it's Friday. We're going to talk about entertainers, people that make music, make movies, make TV shows or on commercials, stuff like that. Pharrell Williams. He tried to get his Miami getaway. He put that into a song. I was trying to find exactly what the song that was, but I didn't see it. But anyway, he's pouring money. He was pouring his funds into property that could be default, could go into could be yanked from development. It's up to $152 million, I think, something like that, and he had his hands in it. Not sure where he was going to go with that. It's not in the same corridor of Miami as Ocean Drive or any of those locations. It's a little bit, off the beaten trail, I think. I noticed that it's a luxury hotel, and it's still not, it's still not received the proper funding. So it's up to the fellow investors to try to better understand that. Let me see here. And it says the Good Time Hotel. It's called the Good Time Hotel, located at 601 Washington Avenue in Miami Beach. It's started with April 2021. Let me see. It's hit with $150 million foreclosure lawsuit. $150 million. Hi, Jacob Real, 7486. Hi, Mike Mason, 3684. Suit up. Yeah, well, I got the shirt and the tie. That's enough for me. EFEC 8295. The Lost M3G. Hi. Salute. Thank you for that. Appreciate the rush. It's gonna go down. Unless it keeps going up. That'd be cool if it keep going up. Let's keep it going up. Oh, it's going down now. It was at 28, now I'm at 19, and it's gonna go down to like 7, and it's gonna go down to like 2. But that's fine. Hi. I see you, Laos M3G. Went back up to 22. Okay. But he's facing a $150 million foreclosure fight in Miami. So they foreclosed on this site. So he's very concerned with music. He's concerned with Louis Vuitton. You're welcome. I see you. You're welcome. He's concerned with Louis Vuitton. Make sure you're telling people about me. Make sure you're saying, hey, look at this goofy nigga over here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to him. Make sure you get into the room and just be a part of the room. Just part of the process. That's all I need is eyeballs and ears. That's all I need. But anyway, I think with Pharrell, he's a decent businessman. He's worth $250 million, allegedly, according to Forbes and I think other sources. He worth $250 million. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. $250 million is pretty sweet. So here we go. Now it's down to 7. It was up to 28. It was 4 times what it was, four times than what it is now. But that's okay. I keep rolling. I have to keep rolling no matter what. 4 likes. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. Now it's down to 3. Okay, here we go. And it's going to be down to 0. That's all right. That's fine. But I was just thinking about Pharrell. Pharrell Williams, one of the most talented, artists of my lifetime. I mean, he reminded me of like the duo, the Neptunes. Like they just like kick down doors. They work with everybody from Jay-Z to Britney Spears to you know Jadakiss and Mystical and Noriega and so many names. Ludacris, just name after name. Nelly. I can just keep name dropping names. Um, so it's like Clip said, Malice said, ain't no Neptunes, peace Saturn. So whatever he's doing is pretty on point. But what is it? Who is Bois? Cute and cool. Bo is cute and cool. Boro is not sneaky. Nirvana, I'm a fan. You're a fan of Nirvana? Who are you a fan of? And thanks for getting these. Come on, let's get these likes up. Let's get these views up. Let's get these people in here. Come on, come in. The doors are open. The doors are open. Well, I don't have any fans. I have supporters and haters. Like, I'm in the haterverse with Mr. Choice Star Terrain. That's a business partner of mine. So, you're not a fan. You're a supporter. Hopefully. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Go to my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal information. It's all there on my info, under my name. You can find all that out. Make sure you send in a few dollars. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So you subbed. I appreciate that. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate the sub. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. But Pharrell, one half of the used to be the Neptunes. They're no longer banded together. 1/3 of NERD. He had a rock group too. I can't remember what they're called though. But anyway, so he's a busy guy. He's a guy that he's got Billionaire Boys Club, BBC Ice Cream. I still think that's I think that's still in rotation. I think that's still active. So, I think that's true. I didn't look at. Let me make sure. What hell? BBC Ice. Yeah, still active. Still active. BBC Ice Cream. So he's getting money from that. He's one of the. I think he's technically the director of Louis Vuitton. He's one of the directors. Austin Vernon 6357. What's with the question marks? What are you questioning? What's with the question marks? What are you wondering? What are you asking? But Pharrell just seems like, I don't know. He seems like a cool dude, but he seems kind of slippery at the same time. I don't know. It's like he takes things too cool, like, but in the in the shadows he's lurking. Like I just say that allegedly. I don't know what his whole personal life is like. He's got a son named Rocket. I think he has a beautiful wife. But just $150 million is $150 million. That's he doesn't have that liquid. He probably has maybe $30 to $80 million liquid, maybe. I'm counting pockets right now. I'm counting pockets. I was up to 28, now I'm down to 1. So whoever that one person is in here, thank you for viewing. I appreciate you. Salute. So it just is, it's just goofy to me that this $150 million bankruptcy fight is just crazy. I'm gonna read part of the report. The Good Time Hotel, which occupies an entire block amid efforts to revitalized Washington Avenue in South Beach, Miami, is now at the center of a $150 million foreclosure lawsuit. Filed by CMMT, a Los Angeles-based affiliate of commercial real estate developer CIM Group, the lawsuit claims the hotel's owner, Washington Square owner, defaulted on a $152 million loan used to finance the project, the Miami Herald reports. The outlet cites filings in Miami-Dade Circuit Court. New York-based hospitality developer Dreamscape Companies, led by CEO Eric Birnbaum, controls Washington Squared per the outlet. What is the Good Time Hotel? Okay, so they talk about the Good Time Hotel, a 266-room hotel known for its club-like atmosphere, tropical design, and rooftop pool parties. However, the foreclosure lawsuit alleges the property has struggled to meet expectations as tourism and hotel occupancy in Miami have leveled off. Washington Avenue itself has long lagged behind Collins Avenue and Ocean Drive, which draw more foot traffic. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's not on Ocean Drive. The Miami Herald reports Daniel Serraldo, former executive director of the Miami Design Preservation League, claims vacant storefronts were a regular problem along the corridor in the years leading up to the Good Times opening. The goal was to bring in more retail, Serraldo said, according to the outlet. Instead, he added, Good Time ended up going the way of the party scene. Attorneys for Washington Square did not respond to the lawsuit or request for comment, the Miami Herald notes. Financial losses and legal disputes plague Good Time Hotel. City officials approved zoning changes to encourage redevelopment, allowing buildings up to 75 feet tall, and an increase from 50 feet in exchange for increased street-level retail, and outlet notes. The Good Time was one of the initiative's most prominent projects and beneficiaries, but the surrounding area's lingering vacancies made it difficult to attract retail tenants and sustain momentum, it reports. This is deep. This is deep. The complaint states the loan, originally up to $164 million and later reduced to $152 million, defaulted in 2024 after months of missed payments, the Miami Herald reports. The lenders say $149.3 million remains outstanding, excluding interest, fees, and other costs. The Post South Beach's Good Time Hotel, backed by Pharrell Williams, hit with 150. Okay, this is going back. Yeah, so hey, tough break, nigga. You know, it had to be Wiz. I was just about to cuss this person out. I'm sorry. I was about to burn him. I was about to say, you know what? Salute to Wiz. Thank you very much for coming in, sir. I'm gonna just say double M. I'm gonna say double M. He knows what I'm talking about when I'm saying double M. But anyway, topics we're talking about. If you see, I don't know what you guys click on. Do you guys, does it just say my face or does it say the title? I'll say it for you, Wiz, and anybody else is listening because Wiz brought it up. I'm talking about Pharrell Williams and his hotel, Druski, and crashing out on Friday. Just crashing out on a Good Friday. I know the Christians, you're not eating any meat. You're not. I had a brisket today. Okay, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any of the, the faith, filled stuff. I respect people that do. Respect to those that have, what do they call it? Matzahs. Have, matzah instead of meat and stuff like that. Hey, all for it. Great, wonderful, good for you. I'm not a part of that scene anymore though. But anyway, yeah. So Pharrell Williams in the hotel, Druski and white, especially conservative women in America, I should say, and crashing out on Good Friday, just crashing out. I might talk about the economy. Claude, and Dr. Claude Anderson. I think he's passed away now. The late Dr. Claude. Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive. Good, great, wonderful. I'm so glad he's still alive. I was like, yeah, is he still? Had to make 100%. Let me make 100% sure. He is alive and well. He's a noted black author who has successfully implemented social and economic change throughout his career. His unique background of experience is reflected in Powernomics, the national plan. Yeah, that's awesome. So, can't find his. He doesn't have a Wicca though. He has no Wicca. He has no Wikipedia page. This is crazy. Oh, there it is. No, what? Hold on. That's a different Claude Anderson. Well, anybody, anyway, doesn't really matter. The man's very influential, strong speaker, thoughtful, very powerful in terms of economics. Going down for durable. Are you a female? Fedorable? But it's not a fedora. This isn't a fedora. This is a trilby. Look up trilby. Just to let you know. Just in case you were referring to this hat. It's a trilby. But yeah, so Pharrell Williams, he's a very influential, very wealthy man. I mean, by a lot of standards. I mean, it's like he's not Elon Musk wealthy. Elon Musk can buy and sell Pharrell Williams for, a pack of a smack. He can spit on the corner and sell Pharrell Williams' whole lifestyle, his whole catalog, if he wanted to. But $250 million is still a lot of money. Is this a weird way we have to live in now? It's just a different world where people are worth like Elon Musk, like $800 billion with a B, 800 billion. But I think that's the reason why. They're trying to get away from niggers. They're trying to get away from, because you got new people like Dr. Dre, you got LeBron James, Tyler Perry, Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, Rihanna, just to name a few. And then there's like all these different names that you never heard of. Like I just know that the top, black billionaire, he's worth like $24 billion. And his main thing is cement, and he's not even an American, he's Nigerian. I don't remember. Wiz is asking, did Chad win the lawsuit? I think they settled out of court. I don't think they, went with it. I would probably figure, I miss some days in hip hop culture or hip hop genre or whatever, better term. But I don't think Chad and Pharrell went into the courtroom. I think they settled out outside of court. But I still say he was envious. That's an objective statement because he didn't get to shine. He didn't get the spotlight. He didn't get the spotlight that Pharrell got. Pharrell continues to get the talk shows, the interviews. He was in the music videos. Chad was in like 4 music videos. Pharrell was in like 40. Like, I mean, and that's only a piece of it. That's not the whole picture. The other picture is who was playing the instruments. Chad Hugo, excuse me. Chad Hugo was playing the saxophone, the guitar, the keys. Pharrell was mainly on drums. That was his main thing. So that's an even more in-depth understanding. I'm trying to remember. Let me see. Chad. Not crediting him in the song. That was in January, then March. The lawsuit filed is premature as there may not even be a dispute between the parties. The what? Okay. The rep told Complex at the time, if the accounting review determines that money is owed, the appropriate party will pay it. Pharrell has consistently acted in good faith. He has great respect for Chad and looks forward to resolving this in a way that honors their shared history. So it still didn't say. This is back in March. So it's not really saying it. It says he updates the lawsuit against Pharrell Williams. We can crash out and talk about Michael. We'll talk about Michael. It was the biggest opening for a biopic, before it's released to main theaters on the 24th. The pre-release or the opening release scored $55 million. It's the most for any biopic ever. Musical biopic, I should say. I think musical biopic. So we can crash out on that in just a few. Just a little while. So Pharrell, he is, he's on his own. He's doing his own thing. He's doing his own thing. He's got, like I said, he's got production credits of his own now. Yeah, he didn't get the credit. Yeah, I know. That's the reason why. It's because and I'm trying to find how much it was. It was like there was a money amount that was attached to it, but I can't find it on this particular site. I'm on Complex. Yeah, so yeah, he didn't get credit. It's the fame, it's the instruments, and it's the credit. The instruments and the credit pretty much go hand in hand. Is it out yet? Michael isn't out yet. It comes out on April 24th, but it was rolled out pre what do they call it? What is it, like a preview? Not like a preview, but something along those lines. Yeah, the premiere. My dumbass. Premiere. The premiere was $55 million. Biopic to thrill with record 55 million plus opening. That's just the premiere. Could you imagine what the weekend is going to be? April 24th? So you want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. Too hard to get over. Yeah. Too hard to get under. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. But yeah, it is not out yet. But we're talking about Pharrell. Pharrell, the Miami getaway. It could go away. It was very posh, very upscale. Very fine dining and great suites and stuff like that. But if you default on a $150 million loan or payments, what can you do? You got to shut it down. We can't be continuing to pay for this. Is all these utilities and all these and deliveries and different things like that to keep the place up and running. It takes a lot. It takes millions of dollars for a place like that. Millions of dollars probably a day. So Pharrell, to be involved in that, I mean, that's just, sad. That's real sad. But he knows that, I think he's going to figure it out. Sometime he's going to figure it out. Here's something else. The Latin Times. This is for people that are in the Latin. Famous Miami Beach hotel connected with Pharrell Williams and Bad Bunny prepares to fire all its workforce. Miami Beach's hospitality industry is facing a sharp new... Okay. According to a worker adjustment and restraining notification, or WARN, notice reported this week by the South Florida Business Journal, Highgate Hotels plans to cease operations at the Good Time Hotel at 601 Washington Ave on May 31st. On May 31st, or within 14 days after that date. The following says the layoffs would affect workers at both the hotel and its on-site Strawberry Moon venue, and that the job cuts are expected to be permanent. The notice also states that the affected employees are not represented by a union and do not have bumping rights. That must be an inside term, meaning they cannot displace junior workers to stay employed. It's not looking pretty. It's not looking good. When you start going at people's jobs, that means it's not looking up and up. Yes, he has a hotel, the Good Time Hotel. Skateboard P, yes. Skateboard P, aka Pharrell Williams, aka Saturn. Yeah, that's real. Behind the scenes, the business picture has turned increasingly grim. In March, real estate outlets reported that an affiliate of Los Angeles-based CIM Real Estate Credit had filed a $149.3, I'll say it again, $1 million foreclosure action tied to the property, alleging that the borrower defaulted on the mortgage, not even loans, the mortgage payments, after missing interest payments and failing to repay the loan at maturity. The foreclosure complaint targeted Washington Square owner LLC, the hotel's owner. That is not only the legal headache linked to the property. Commercial Observer reported that Miami Beach-based Link Hospitality also sued the hotel's owners, claiming it was owed more than $523,000 under a staffing agreement. The owners have denied those allegations in court filings, according to the same report. Taken together, the layoffs and the legal fights point to a property under intense financial pressure at a moment when Miami Beach is still selling itself as one of the country's hottest hospitality markets. For the city's image, the good times troubles are awkward. For employees, it is much worse. In a town built on check-ins, cocktail tabs, and weekend crowds, 114 pink slips land with a thud. Woo! That was fire. That was a fire article. Ah, man. 114 people laid off because they couldn't keep up their debts. But Pharrell, he plays it off. He plays everything so cool. The Chad thing, you think he would get pissed off at that? You think he'd be like, man, I don't like that nigga. Like, he's corny. He's what? No, he'd just be like, I respect him. He's cool. He's all right. I'm doing my thing. All right. Okay. Like, he's unflappable, I guess. I guess he's an unflappable guy. Salute to Bumba. Yeet! We need a rapper named Jew Shiesty. We're not going back to yesterday, sir. I know it's an ongoing investigation, but I'm not talking about Shiesty right now. And you actually spelled his name right, so good for you. Good for you. You're my only two viewers right now. Wiz and Bumba. This is my base. I got First Lady, Holly Corrente. Then I got Wiz. Then I got Bumba. Trying to think if I have anybody else that really comes in like that. Just the three of y'all. I appreciate it. Pooh Rob, Gucci, Wedding Room, Grimy. Yeah, well, that's yesterday's news, sir. We're not talking about that right now. We can talk about it later, though. If you want to talk about it in the crash out section, we can talk about it in the crash out section. We can talk about it all day. But I want to get to these topics. And the next topic I'm going to get to right now is Mr. Druski. I'm trying to pronounce his last name. Hold on. Drew Desportes. Druski. He's a college dropout. He made $14 million 1 year. It was either last year or the year before, or maybe it was this year. He's going after conservative women in America. No cover poo to get more subs. We want the BS in my star. Well, I just have to keep my one sign. We can cover. That's what I said. We can cover poo. We can cover poo shicey all day at the crash out section. I want to get through Druski. Then we're going to talk about the crash out section. Yes, viewers want the BS, not Black Twitter. The Hotep, you think I'm Hotep? Now you see, that's why they wanted the Afro. See, because the is like a fro. Fro means to and fro. Afro. Do you see what they're trying? This technology. That's the technology. The afro. To and fro. From A to fro. Afro. Okay? That's the Hotep technology. That's what they're trying to do to us. That's what they're doing. No, I gotta get at Druski. Druski, not get at him, but respect that man. He's got Donald Trump didn't name drop him, but he's referenced him. He's saying that Erika Kirk was being mocked, and that Trump should is encouraging her to sue him, to sue Druski. Sue him how and for what? He didn't libel her. He didn't even mention. It wasn't even her video. It wasn't even like a video against him, or excuse me, a video against her, with him in it, because he's dressed up like a woman. Another black man dressed up like a woman. Yes, we are very aware of this. We all know. Got 100 million views. This is the blues. This is the that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Yes, one of the few. He's really talented. That's a talented young man. He's very talented. I have to say that. He's extremely talented. One of the best. And he's only 31 years old. That's still young. Especially for an actor or actress, because you can go to your 80s and 90s. Hundreds if you're looking at, what's his name? God damn it. Oh, Mel Brooks, director. Director Mel Brooks. And Dick Van Dyke. I think, that's amazing. Dick Van Dyke is definitely 100 years old. I think Mel Brooks is like 96. Something. No. He's 99. He'll be 100 in June. Old crackers live long and prosper. Add salt. What does that mean? One of the few funny Druski skits. The free speech president is anti-free speech when they make fun of someone they like. All of them like that, including Rogan. Do you mean Reagan? What are you talking about? Penis car lesbian. I don't know what that means. What are you talking about, Bumba? Hi, Claudie Govinder. Hi, Claudie Govinder. No, Joe Rogan. Okay, the biggest podcast. Yeah, but he's not really the biggest podcaster. Mr. Beast is the biggest podcaster. He has like 50 million subscribers. Not 50 million views. Not 50 million, he has 50 million subscribers or 100 million subscribers. Something crazy, something stupid. He's the most watched podcaster, or I hate the word podcaster because it's not really a pod anymore. He's the most watched broadcaster on YouTube, and I think he's on Twitch and Kick and a bunch of other things at the same time. So, but yeah, but Druski, he's a very talented guy. I wouldn't call Mr. Beast a podcast. It's brain not for 8-year-olds. It's brain rot for 8-year-olds. But it's still broadcast. That's why I don't call it a podcast. I don't call it. I just said it. I don't call it a podcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. We're still broadcasting. Excuse me. I shortchanged this man. That's my fault. This man has 474 million subscribers. He has 116 billion views. All on YouTube. He doesn't look like he's on anything else. He's a businessman, online influencer. Holy moly, rockamole. He's worth at least $2.6 billion. This is a community college dropout. He might be an indigo child. Look up indigo child. He was born in 1998. He'll be 28 next month. But Druski, I mean, for what it's worth, Druski's got his own thing going. It's not bad. It's $14 million last time I checked, and that's a pretty good amount, but it's not $2.6 billion in 2026. Mr. B says convicted sex offenders in his videos. Look it up. I will look that up. Controversies. Let's see. Working conditions. Allegations from dog pack. Class action suit. Sexual harassment. Unsafe conditions. Unpaid expenses. AI generation. Employee scandal. Okay, so let me see. Chris Tyson. Is he even on this list? Ava Chris Tyson? Is that what you're talking about? After third-party accusations that she had engaged in sexual misconduct with minors and pressured a former employee. Okay. That's not great. That's a terrible thing. Okay. That's not okay, but you know. He's Mr. Beast day one. Trans, not really a she. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I just know about Mr. Beast. I just know he's got a candy bar and a YouTube channel. It's crazy. The candy sucks. I never tried it. Never. I can't make a rating on it. I never tried it. But back to Druski. Druski made a whole clip that's hilarious, and he just has such a great talent. I remember I had a girlfriend one time. She says, the camera loves you. What can I say? Camera loves me. But that's like Druski. Druski has that ability. He has that charm. He has that, that je ne sais quoi. You can't really put your finger on it. He has a ability about him, a personal kind of connection you can kind of, understand. And his sketches are hilarious. I like the one where he's a redneck at the racetrack. They did a really great job with the makeup. Like him dressed up as a woman, all right, that's funny, that's cool, ha ha, he. But him dressed up as a redneck, That was so funny. I was like, yo, this is this guy. He was like, woo! the those NBA YoungBoy chips are good. I haven't tried them. Are those the pickle ones? Are those the? I know the pickle ones are out. I like the youth pastor one. I like the one where he was talking about black men being with white women, and they were like or something like that. They said, and they would say over and over. He had a microphone and he's going through like a pages and he's just saying all this stuff. Like that's just it's just hilarious. The could have been records is hilarious. Like you don't know if it's real or not. I'm taking their word for it. I'm not trying to be duped by anybody, but there was like this. They had young niggas. Young niggas had there was one of the young niggas had a mask on his face. They're like, yeah, he can't show his face because he got bodies. I was like, God damn, what the hell? Like does he really have bodies? Is he really about that life? He doesn't give you an indication exactly, but it's thoroughly entertaining. It's very entertaining. No barbecue. Oh yeah. Okay, I had to try that. Dunking on Jesus freaks is easy, but it's still funny. Yeah, true. I had to watch. I had the thumbnail, but I've not yet watched the Christian youth camp. I want to watch that. The one I just saw a few hours ago actually was the one with he was at Chick-fil-A and he does a line. He's like really enthusiastic, and he's like everything. He's all over the place. He's like, yeah, I got your Sunjoy, man. I got your chickens, your chicken sandwich, stuff like that. Like, that was me at Starbucks, but I didn't do the cocaine. I didn't even do the coffee. People just thought like, are you drinking the coffee? Or I was just like ready to get that money, so I was really excited. So now and I got bonuses and stuff like that. So. Not money bonuses, but gifts and stuff like that. It was nice. Conservatives are the true snowflakes, especially about their fake God. That's a very loaded comment, sir. I wouldn't phrase it like that. I would say that the right, I wouldn't even say conservatives. I would say the right. The right is completely fractured, especially under President Donald Trump, because of the MAGA movement. Nobody knows where it's going. There's the Lincoln Republicans that are, want to go back to the basics and the rudiments of conservatorship, conservatory. What is the word? Conservative base, I should say. They want to go back to that, the basics. But let's not say fake God. Let's just say the unknown and the unknowable. Because you say fake God, they take offense. It's like, oh my God, it's a front. You don't want to offend just to offend. If you say the unknown and the unknowable and they're still offended, well, that's just their problem. Because that's exactly what it is. That's God. The unknown and the unknowable. You cannot sense it with your five senses. You can't sense he or she or they or them or whatever it is with your five senses, then it's not something that's real. Look at the comments on any conservative page. God will not be mocked. They always say that. I'm not trying to be atheist, pseudo-intellectual, but religious people are annoying as hell. Well, I'm an atheist. I'm an intellectual, but I have respect for people that have a faith. I do have respect because we're outnumbered. I can't, for one thing, I mean, even if I wasn't outnumbered, I would still have respect for people that had faith. But, just to add it on top, you're outnumbered. More people subscribe to a faith than not. I wouldn't say they're annoying. I would say agnostics are annoying. Not agnostics are the real problem because they can't make up their mind. They're on the fence. That's the cowardly way to go if you're an agnostic. And I worked at church for 3 years. What did you do working at church? How did you work at church? Were you a drummer? Were you an usher? Were you in the choir? Were you Janitor? How did you? What was your capacity working at the church for 3 years? Bumble. And when was this? Was this in your teens? When was this? So, Druski, he has got my stamp of approval. I really like him. I like the video. I like how he really dials into his characters. It's really great. It's excellent. It was a mega church. I did that floors and events in some media, early 20s. Okay. So was this mega church like a black mega church, or was this like a mixed white Hispanic? What kind of mega church was this? Pardon me. You answer that while I go back. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Not all are like that. No, white as hell. Oh, wow, okay. And they said, God bless you, brother. How are you? I did camera at a mega church. I'm in Bakersfield, too. Wow. Yeah, that's why the church that I go to, it's not a mega church, but it has, the website, and has live feeds and stuff like that, and they got the cameras on the sides and in the middle and everything like that. Yeah. I know what it's like. Okay. Very cholo church. Dudes with face tats and Slipknot. That's hilarious. With the guy with the running axe. Yo, that's wild. That's wild. Damn. That's wild. A cholo church. So the Slipknot. Oh, that's Slipknot. Who's that? That's Insane Clown Posse. Excuse me. I take that back. That's Insane Clown Posse. Slipknot is different. You're right. It's pretty wild. The guitar player from Korn went there. Wow. He's one of the best. Are you talking about the bass guitar, or are you talking about just the regular guitar? He's one of the best bassists for Korn. I'll look him up real quick. Hold on. Reginald Arvizu. Oh, Brian Welch. Okay, I got you. He's a born again. Yeah, them born agains. Cause it's a goofy way. You almost want to be like a born again. Like, wow, my whole life is changed over. I'm clean. I'm fresh. I got to start a new life. They actually explained it at church one Sunday. They're like, just because you're born again doesn't mean you're not going to slip again. You're going to slip. You're going to say the wrong things. You're going to do the wrong things. Things are going to be that, and you're going to have to ask for repentance. You're going to have to atone for it. You know, it's a lot of things that go along with, you know, the Christian life as a born again Christian. No, that's Fieldy. He did it because of his meth addiction. Oh, I thought you just said he's a born again. Brian Welch. Bakersfield is a tweaker zombie central. Are you mainly based in Bakersfield, California, or do you branch out, Bumba? And are you Jamaican? Or, you're not Jamaican, are you? You're really Jamaican. You're just using that name, Bumba Clot. Nah, I just lived there. I'm Floridian. Yeah, you know what? You're exactly right because you told me about Fulio. You said you had some kind of connection. There was some kind of you had the area code, same area code as Fulio. Just an aside. But you know, Druski didn't get a name drop from President Trump. He didn't need to. He has over 100 million views on that one particular clip. And he acted his ass off. It reminded me of Miss Doubtfire, or Eddie Murphy in The Clumps, or The Nutty Professor. Like he really dialed into the character. Like seriously, he didn't like half step it. He really like put on, you know, his role. So I got to give credit to Mr. Druski. Tip my hat. Yeah, Fieldy, yeah. I was saying Reginald Quincy Arvizu. Fieldy. I didn't see. I love to say, you know, yeah, I listen to Korn. I listen to, you know, what's the other new metal bands, Linkin Park, and you know, but I don't know their names. Like I'm better at hip hop. That's why when people ask me, I just say hip hop. I love all kinds of music. I love 70s R&B. I love 80s, you know, 80s R&B, 80s rock, you know, late 90s rock. You know, I can name drop people. I can name drop, you know, Sum 41, Blink 182, Green Day, White Stripes, you know, all the Black Keys, Jet, you know, what is it, Jet Black? I think I can't remember what it is, but yeah. That's what I'll get into. But anyway, Druski, definitely a boss, definitely somebody that should be recognized, definitely somebody that should be upheld as a great entertainer. He's an excellent entertainer. Excellent entertainer. He's getting money. I'm sure that, you know, he's getting women. You know, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're straight like myself, I mean, you know, I think he's straight. I'm not sure. This is some underground rock. It's better. Yeah, you know, there's underground, you know, there's all kinds of different, there's like Swedish rap, and there's like, you know, all kinds of math rock, and, you know, I would love to listen to that, but I can't claim it. I can only claim hip hop, and I can hardly claim hip hop. I can't claim new hip hop. I can't claim the new niggas. I can't name Moneybagg Yo's discography. I can't claim 21 Savage or Young Thug's discography, or their liner notes, or the, you know, the different songs and what tracks. I can only go back to like the mid 2000s. Rich Boy. Anybody remember Rich Boy? He had one huge hit. Throw Some D's. That was my cut. I thought he was gonna take over the game. There's a few people I thought was gonna take over the game. I thought Silk the Shocker was gonna take over the game. I thought Joel Santana was going to take over the game. I thought Rich Boy was going to take over the game. They all failed to me. They all let me down. But that's something different. Throw on some Swans or Death Grips. Okay. Thank you for that. See, I love my audience. My audience is smarter than myself. Smarter than I. Because I never even... I think I've heard of Death Grips, but I haven't heard of Swans. I think I heard of Death Grips though, but I never heard of Swans. It's very cool though. I also gospel. I'm good. Hip hop and gospel. That's why it's like yay, like yay is that transition for me. You know, pause. I know Hezekiah Walker, Kirk Franklin, Shirley Caesar, Marvin Sapp, Dottie Peoples. I can go on and on. Go even further back. Um, I can't think of his name right now. It's not his name. Is not. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta look it up. James Cleveland. Goddamn. Woo. James Cleveland. Oh my God. John P. Key. Who knows about John P. Key? Who knows about John P. Key in here? Swan's got like hour-long songs. That's cool. I like that. There's people that make like 2-minute songs, and there's people that make 3-hour songs. Just just the vibe. The vibe is there. I like that. The vibe is definitely there. So, but Druski, we gotta talk about Druski. Druski is, special. He's very special. He's very talented. Very, very, very gifted. Not from God, but just gifted based on his own ability to recognize how great he is. You have to recognize who you are and what you're about before you can project to anybody else. Like I say myself, I am the GOAT. I'm not the GOAT, but you have to, just like Allen Iverson said, you have to walk onto the court and say you're the GOAT. He crossed over Jordan, excuse me, and put that shot in. That's one of the clips they always show. He crossed over on him and put it up and swished it. That's the mentality you have to have. That's Kobe Bryant. He played against Jordan too. He had the Black Mamba mentality years later. But that's the mentality you have to have. You have to say, I am the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time on my platform. Now, Mr. Troy Star Terrain is really the GOAT, for all time, in my estimation. There's P.D. Green, there's Frankie Crocker, stuff like that. But I think the best has got to be Mr. Troy Star Terrain. That's just my estimation. We need Crip Mac back on Could Have Been. Crip Mac was great. Crip Mac, if we were talking about the same person, yeah, could have been. That was funny. Bring back Crip Mac, yes. Crip Mac, that was the guy that was telling them how to, stand up and sit and shit. You gotta stand straight, You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that arc. You gotta have that arch. Are we talking about the same person? That person that he was instructing them how to properly carry themselves. Saying no business, yeah. With the business, yeah. Stand on business. What you know about that? Stand on business. Yeah, he was great. You have to realize, always look at a Crip's feet. They have their feet at a 45-degree angle. Notice Snoop Dogg. Snoop has his feet at a 45-degree angle. I think it became something from World War II. I could be wrong. I might have to do my homework on this. And I'm just saying this right now. But I think because the military, a lot of the Crips that came out of the military, had, put up structure and what used to be called the California Revolution in Progress, or Crip. And they had their own way of doing it. So that's what I think it was. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, my dumb ass. Hamsters, yeah. The mascot for Crips is a special edge. Shaking my head. That's funny. Yeah, so Druski, I salute you, sir. The president didn't name drop you. I don't think you're gonna get sued. Even if you get sued, the lawsuit will get tossed out like a Caesar salad. It won't even make a difference. All right, it is free for all now. It's Good Friday. I don't know if you believe or you don't believe. Bumbleclot, you had your issues with the mega churches and stuff like that. Hey, I've been there with church as period. I don't know if Wiz is still in here. Is Wiz still in here? Might rob a rapper after a session. Pooh Shiesty. Let's talk about Pooh Shiesty. That's because he's in lockup right now, right? Isn't he still locked? He's still on lockdown. He's got the bologna sandwich with the moldy bread. Just saying it had my mouth just like dry up. Oh, he's on bond. Okay. That's why I didn't even cover him. Let me see. Pooh Shiesty bond. There's no confirmation of them being in FBI's custody, so doesn't show. And Big 30. Let's not forget Big 30. Big 30 is a part of all this as well. His dad drove him to rob Gucci. Well, he's definitely an accessory. Pooh for brains. Yeah, man, damn. Just a mess. Just terrible. Terrible. The fresh charges means Pooh Shiesty, who was released from prison just in October. God damn. What's that? That's 6 months ago. That's crazy. They have not released any mugshots. Tell me all your conspiracisms. Give me all your conspiracisms. How did he set up Gucci? How did Gucci get robbed and kidnapped? I guess allegedly. I'm not sure if he actually was kidnapped, but he did get robbed. Pooh and Big 30 about to get a Big 30. He's lucky it wasn't 06 Gucci. That's a fact. Gucci. If Gucci had a firearm, they would have got gunned. They would have got gunned down. That's a fact. That's just a fact. They would have got gunned down. Gucci doesn't mess with firearms anymore. He was a convicted felon for having a firearm. He was a convicted felon who was found with a firearm before, and he went to prison for it. So he's not even about that life anymore. But if he was toting, they would have been taking dirt naps right now. I'm almost 100% serious about that. It was over Big Scar chain. Yeah, Big Scar was one of the artists, right? He's a former artist or a current artist. I can't remember how many artists he was, or how many artists are on 1017. But yeah, I did see something about Big Scar. Pooh would have been Pookie Loke. My uncle was around Gucci during a movie. Said he was cool. Yeah, Gucci's one of my top 30 rappers, probably. Probably my top 30. I love his work ethic. He's just a mule. He doesn't stop. He just works. He puts in time. He gets that money. He's probably worth like what, $15 million, but that's $15 million, you know? I mean, that's work he puts in. You gotta respect that. You gotta respect it. The Trap got mixtapes. Yeah, exactly. The Trap got mixtapes are just The ones that I heard, it's like it's just crazy. And then he has like mainstream singles like Lemonade and stuff like that. He could do that. He's kind of like Wayne. Wayne could do that. Wayne could go in between the streets and then go on to Carrie Hilson songs and stuff like that, or like be with this Destiny's Child or something like that. He could do that. That was cool. That song with Kanye is crazy. I don't think I've heard it though. I don't think I've heard it. I didn't hear the whole thing of the Trap God Mixtapes, but I might have heard it. I can't remember. I remember listening to East Atlanta Santa. East Atlanta Santa is fire. It's a Christmas album. It's awesome. It's awesome. They sampled Barzum, a guy who burned down churches and killed a dude and is a Nazi. God damn. I think I heard that before. Yeah. Wasn't he an artist too or something like that? He was an artist or something like that. He was like a rock band. If I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken, Bubba? Correct my dumb ass if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he was an artist too. Norwegian metal guy. I see. Sometimes I do. I'm on point. Yeah, I did look that up. I remember seeing that. I'm like, Barzum. Yeah, that's an artist. And you see, I didn't use the Twitter fingers or the X fingers. He's out. He's out. So is he in Norway? Recorded some albums in prison too. So he's in Norway. Because it's either one way or the other for there's hardly anything in between for world prisons. If you're in a prison in Venezuela, it's pretty awful. It's terrible. If you're in a prison in Denmark, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's like, they fold your clothes for you. They make sure your bed's made, everything. Allegedly. You got slippers on. You got a full course meal, allegedly. In France, okay, I got you. He only served 10 years for all of that, even escaped once, and he's still free. You can't write this stuff. If I tried to write this stuff in a story, they'd be like, oh, come on, that can't happen. That would have never happened. Sometimes things are stranger than fiction. I'm going to keep going. I like this. I'm going to go for at least a few more minutes. I know it's past usually my hour mark, but I can go for a little bit longer. Been free for like 15 years. Wow. Jesus. So is he so he's institutionalized, he's released, and he's associated himself with the population at large. He's not committing crimes, he's not out, wilding or doing anything crazy. Kanye, a big fan of him too, so is Bam. Who's Bam? I don't know who Bam is. Who's Bam? He seems to have got family and doing well on a farm. He got a channel. Bam Margarita. I don't know who Bam Margarita. See, I told you. Is that a new rapper? I don't know who Bam Margarita is. Let me shoot. Bam Margarita. You mean Bam Margera? Viva la Bam? Yeah, Viva la Bam. Yeah. Viva la Bam. You messed me up with Margarita. I think you had spell check. I think you're I know. I think you had your spell check changed it for you. Instead of saying Margera, you went to Margarita. Yeah. I remember he had a Lamborghini. He was like, I got this, Lamborghini is more than, what you paid for your car or something like that. He said something along those lines. I can't remember what he said. It was interesting. No, it says Margera. Okay, you might have written or typed Margera, but it looks like Margarita to me, sir. Looks like Margarita to me. Just saying. Met Johnny Knoxville when I was a kid. Oh, that's cool. That's gotta be cool. That was when MTV was MTV. When they had shows that were around music that actually had an idea for videos. Oh my God, could you imagine MTV playing videos? The same day you play me be the same day you play video. MTV play videos. Yeah, like 05. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Was he cool? Was he nice? Was he like, all right, what? Get out of here, kid. I'm busy. Like, what was he? What was his whole aura like? What was his demeanor? What was his attitude? Because I want to get to Claude Anderson, Dr. Claude Anderson. He wants to really make a way for black people in America. Yeah, he was chill. Gave me and my friend autographs too. That's cool. Did he charge you? Did he charge you for the autographs? Nah, my uncle knows him. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he seems like a chill kind of person. Like he'd be wild. Like he's obviously associated with Jackass and all this stuff like that. But he just seems like he would be a really cool kind of guy. He just seems that way. So and you're validating him. So I appreciate that. But I want to make sure you know who Dr. Claude Anderson is. Are you familiar with Dr. Claude Anderson? He's one of the best speakers. He has Powernomics. He's trying to get black people to get together on some empowerment economically. Yeah, he's pretty low key. Okay. But like I was saying, Dr. Claude Anderson is a hard charger. He's definitely one of the best voices out there right now. I'm glad he's still alive because they don't act like he's alive. He doesn't have a Wikipedia page, which is really weird. The principles of Powernomics focus on local development. Powernomics advocates for the creation of community-based enterprises, schools, and infrastructure to foster self-reliance. By consolidating economic resources, Black Americans can leverage political influence, advocating for policies that benefit their communities. And he said himself, there are no communities. There are no black communities. He said that himself. There's only neighborhoods. Oh, well, hello. The lady of the house. We got to do it. All right, here we go. Subscribe to Z Therapy Holly Carenti on YouTube for all your Zumba needs. Move and groove to the rhythms and tell friends and family members to join in too. Tell her Silly Sky sent you. Okay, it's all right. Take your time. You missed. We're talking about Pharrell and his hotel that could be foreclosed on because it had $150 million default on the mortgage. It's one thing. Druski dressing up like conservative women in America for a sketch that is garnered over 100 million views. And then we're talking about Pooh Shiesty. I'm talking about Dr. Claude Anderson and anything like that. So you're very welcome here, Holly. Make yourself at home. I'm going forever, for as long as I possibly can till I run out of breath. Zamba to some reggaeton. Zumba. Zumba to some Bad Bunny, exactly. Yes. Zumba to Bad Bunny. That's what Holly says. Pooh Shiesty robbed and kidnapped Gucci. Thank you. Bring her up to speed. She may not know. You could know, Holly. I'm not saying you're not going to know. But yeah, we're talking about Pooh Shiesty and his father being involved in a kidnap and robbery plot. He just got out of prison 6 months ago. So It's Gucci, man. Going down, down. Welcome back, going down, down. Who really is shiesty? Yes. Holly. I just watched a video talking about WAPs, and I was trying to educate, but I didn't want to, step on toes to Mr. Choice Terrain about the term WAPO or WAP. He said work without papers, but that was like a backronym. It became later for referencing Italian Americans. And also, I want to know if you ever leave off the E on your name, or if any family members ever leave off the E in Correnti. Do they say Corrent? Does anybody ever do that in your family, Holly? Do they just say Corrent and don't say the E? They don't say Correnti? I'm stupid. I just wonder these things sometimes. Never we. I love that. I love that. She said never. We would never. I'll be upset to hear that. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad I didn't do it. I was like, let me ask her first. Because that would be disrespectful on my end. And I'm not trying to disrespect the lady of the house. Thank you for telling me that. Appreciate it. Whoa! Holly says, guess what? The whole family is going to Italy next April. Congratulations. That's great. Is it on a plane? Is it on a cruise? Is it what is the situation, Holly? Or is it both? I mean, it's probably gonna be both because you have to, fly to a different port in America to go on the boat. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Well, you spelled it wrong, but I was taking my kids, but now my dad, brother, and sister's whole family are coming. Gonna be an educational field trip. Yeah, okay. Do you do wine? Do you do the whole, the wine scene? Do you smell the cork? Do you swizzle? What's it called? What's it called? Swivel or something? With the wine glass, and then with your mouth. Are you a aficionado? Going with Adult travel. Okay. Cool. No, I don't drink really. Okay. That's cool. That's awesome though, Holly. Going in April. That's awesome. I've never left the United States of America. Have you left the United States of America before, Holly? How many times, I should ask, maybe, instead of just asking if you ever. Yes, very awesome. How many times have you left the United States of America? How many times has your passport been stamped up, if I may ask? I've never left America. I was in the Marine Corps. I went from South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Arizona, California. Never went out, never went abroad. Watch The Godfather before you go. What? Yes, been to Mexico a few times, Bermuda a few times, Jamaica, the Bahamas. Okay, she's a relaxing lady. She's a relaxing lady. She likes to, relax by the clear water and go put her feet in the sand. There's nothing wrong with that, Holly. I'm not mad at you. You got your passport saved up. What is this new? You got to get everybody has to get a real ID or something like that. Something you have to get the real ID, something like that. That good oxtail, yeah, coming straight from Jamaica, yeah. That good oxtail. She's like, yum. Yeah, that's awesome though. That's really awesome. That's really great. Hope you safe travels. Safe travels. I'm not gonna say God bless you and nothing like that, but I'm just gonna say safe travels. Everything goes well because it's been a shit show for airplanes and cruises for the past few months and years. So I really just want to say that everything goes well. That's all I'm going to say. I hope everything goes well. Uh, I'll eat kangaroo. Why not? That's what I say. If it tastes good and it's nutritious, if it's delicious and nutritious, good for me. Bum was like, yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong? If it's delicious and nutritious, I don't have a problem. I'm good. I'd rather eat that than plastic or anything like that. Doing my boy Kangaroo Jack dirty. Well, I think they do actually eat them in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. I think the oh my, what, there were Aborigines. The Aborigines I think eat them, and I think they're like a delicacy in modern times. If I'm not mistaken, I think kangaroo meat is like sold in supermarkets in Australia. Like it's not even a problem. I don't think it is. I would eat kangaroo if I had the chance. I wouldn't mind it if it's prepared properly. I don't have an issue. But I was going to talk about Dr. Claude Anderson. If y'all want to talk about something else, I can hop in and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I was going to say Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson is one of the greatest speakers on Black empowerment and showing economic freedom. He's not showing real concern for capitalism outright, but he has economics, structures that reflect those of capitalism. I feel like I'm Gucci Man in 2006. Why do you feel that way, Bumba? Why do you feel like Gucci in 2006? That was my graduation year, by the way. I'm old as hell. I'm 20 years. We have a site up on Facebook. But we're not, we don't know. Where is this bag? Time for bed. Not who's time for bed for what? I'm rolling, sir. I don't know who you talking about. You ain't talking about me. It's the NBA. Is that a song? It's the NBA YoungBoy song. Time for bed. You better go to your reunion. Yeah, I mean, I went to my 10-year reunion. It was pretty chill. It was like really, really chill. It wasn't like, nobody had feuds and nobody was side-eye. It was kind of segregated a little bit. It was like Black people kind of like over here, white people over here. I was the best all-around male, so I generated with everybody. I was with the Black crowd, I was with the white crowd, with the Hispanics, I was with the the Indian people. It didn't matter to me. I was cool with everybody. I was the big man on campus in high school. I was nice. But no, but it was cool. It was like I had a non-alcoholic beverage. I don't drink that much either. I drink that much. I don't drink at all. I drink nothing. No alcohol. So my boy chopping it up. Yeah, but yeah, so I had it wasn't Heineken. Heineken, I think, just came out with their alcohol like 2 or 3 years ago. It didn't come out in 2016. I had ginger beer with bitters. You gotta try it. If you haven't had ginger beer with bitters and have it with a steak or something, magnifique. It's great. Sky was Nelson Mandela. That was funny. That was good. Oh, you don't think what Mandela doesn't know what this is? You think Mandela doesn't know what this is? Who am I talking about? Anybody remember? Anybody remember that sketch? Anybody remember that sketch? A wee mo wet, a wee mo wet, a wee mo wet. Hey, on my way. It's the Mandela effect. Nope, not Living Color. Nope, nope, nope. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. But yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the best. Food television. What is food television? Food television. Food TV? No. Why are you saying Food TV? Are you saying that the sketch was on Food TV? I'm not sure where you're going there, Bumba. You gotta break that down to me Barney style. I'm stupid. It takes me a long time to figure things out. Your phone broke or something. Nothing on my end. Nothing changed on my end. Everything's going well. It's not my phone. But I did have 28 people in the rush. So it's so weird how like they just like tap, and then they say, oh, okay, I'm not watching that anymore. Like it's the weirdest thing. I'm bot typing food TV at all. I don't know what he's talking. Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, MAD. Oh my god. Oh. See, your autocorrect. I think it's your autocorrect. Your autocorrect was saying that. Mad TV. No, not Mad TV. I'm just gonna give it to you. It was Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle dressed up like Nelson Mandela and was teaching a class, and that somebody had brought in weed, and he smoked it, and he was just like, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. Yeah, nothing on my. Nothing on me. I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Holly's like, oh. Yeah, that took a minute. Yeah, that took a little while. Oh my goodness. But we're in that season. I'm talking about Dr. Claude Anderson. We're gonna talk about little things. He's very serious. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't giggle. People in the audience laughs and giggles sometimes. He's straight. He's straight dope. He does not play around. He's telling it like it is. Holly, you can see what I'm typing. Bumba says. Is that a question? You're leaving the question mark off. You actually did put food TV. You put food television. Oh, you remember the skit? Okay. It's one. I think there was like an episode where he was like, "These are the sketches that didn't, we just recorded them, but we didn't flesh them out. We didn't really, take them all the way to fruition." You didn't type what? I scroll up. It says food TV. It says food TV. Then it says food TV. I didn't type bot type. I'm bot typing food TV at all. I'm just saying like what it is, sir. Just telling you like it is. Yes, Holly can be the final arbiter. She can be the judge. She can be the last word on this. But Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the most powerful voices in all of Black America. Thoughtful, incisive, knows his facts, knows the figures. You did type that, unfortunately, Holly. I don't lie. Yes, you spelled out Mad TV later, but the first part you put food TV, and then you put food. I bot typing food TV. I'm just saying, this is a fact, sir. I'm not trying to clown you or say that you're wrong. I mean you're not wrong. You're not right on this particular case, but you definitely wrote that. Yeah. So Holly's the judge. She's the final arbiter. She settled this dispute amicably. Let's shake hands digitally. Major cap. Holly's not gonna cap. Holly will tell you the truth. I remember my dumb ass one time. This is going back a few years. Okay, this is like 2013. This is like 2012. We were at a lodge, one of the lodges or something like that, and like the lady I had a plate of food that I just finished, and she was like, "You want some seconds?" I was like, "No, I'm stuffed. I'm good." And Holly was like, "No, you can have more. You can eat more." I was like, "Okay." Holly just was like, "No, you can. It's all right. You can have more. It's all right." I don't know how he remembers that, but just got up in the chat and see. Just go up in the chat and see it. It's right there. I did. It says, well, hey. So that's 2 against 1. I don't know. 2 against 1. 2 against 1, Bumba. Yeah. Let's move on. We're circling. We're beating a dead cat, and I don't like cats. And I don't think I would beat it. Well, if it's a dead cat, I mean, it would be a waste of time. But if it's a dead cat, then too bad. So sad. Y'all poo shiesty. Circle in the drain. Exactly. Circle in the drain. That's right, Holly. Why are you not like cats? I don't like their... I'll tell you the parts that I do like. I like that they're selfish. I like the fact that they're agile. And I like the fact that they have a mystique about them. I like that about cats. Dogs kind of give themselves away. They're like, hey, I'm right here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this. I mean, cats, they have a job. Some of them have a job. What is that? I just hate pit bulls. I don't hate pit bulls. I actually like dogs. I think dogs are cool. And they have jobs. But cats can have jobs. I learned this more so. They can be therapy, pets. They can have different, specific ways. Yeah, why do you hate pits? That's a good question, Holly. Why do you hate pit bulls? Were you bitten by one? Were you, scarred as a child? That would make sense. That would be logical. Whenever somebody dies from a dog, it's 100% pit bulls. Let's not say that. There's Doberman Pinschers. There's what are they called? Rottweilers. What are the I always forget their name. I can't remember their name. I'm looking it up right now. Cane Corso, that's it. Cane Corsos. They can be nasty, but I think they have to be provoked. I don't think they just start off. Oh yes, of course. Blame the owners. I would blame the owners too. I blame the owners. They're extremely dangerous and can fly off the handle even if owners are great. They're not family friendly. I think they just have to be trained right. I would just say the trainer, the person that the buyer that becomes the owner, it's like it goes off from the trainer to the owner, and they have to have discipline and ability to control their own pet. That's how I see it. I thought they used to be used to babysit children. I think I heard that too. They used to babysit royalties children. I think I heard that before. Now that's some pit bull propaganda. But I think I heard that before. That sounds familiar. But cane corsos look beautiful. Their coats are amazing. If they're well fed and well groomed, cane corsos can look like some really regal looking dogs. They look really cool. Here on from Google, their temperament: intelligent, stable, even-tempered, loyal, reserved, alert, fearless, calm, quiet, trainable. That's strong. Holly's like, I am sure. So if Holly's saying I am sure, she's sure. Yeah, if I ever get a dog, it's gonna be a cane corso. But they're gonna be expensive. That's like having a child. That's like having a child. If you have pets, Holly's had pets. She knows what it is. I think you still have pets, Holly. I think so. You mentioned that before, I think. The breed most known for attacking children shouldn't be babysitting. Is that a fact, though? Is that a fact? Look that up for you on your part. I'll look it up too. But I'll say the most dangerous dog breed. Most dangerous. You're right. Pitbull. It's true. It's true. But I say German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and cane corsos. But isn't that interesting how a dog can have a totally different mindset than another dog, even though they're in the same family of animals? That's really cool. I used to have a ton. I have one cat left. Yeah, like at the what? Yeah, like at the stats. Yeah, the stats is 66%. Approximately 66% of fatal dog attacks in the U.S. in 2023 were pit bull. So I looked it up. I have to give you your credit. But I think Holly was right, even though, you are right as well. You both are right. Rottweiler, German Shepherd, mixed breed, Husky, Boxer, Doberman, Pinscher. That was American Bulldog. Wow, what? Mastiff, Bull Mastiff, Husky. Yeah, I can imagine Huskies because Huskies look like wolves. They still look like they're descended directly from a wolf. Labrador Retriever. Wow. That's a Labrador Retriever is 9. Types of dog involved in fatal attacks on humans in the U.S. from 2005 to 2017. Wow, that's crazy. I love a big protector dog. I respect that, Holly. Yeah, it's genetics. It's all in their genes. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's all genetics. But it's so weird how Chihuahua evolved from a wolf. It's like the weirdest thing. Like, little Chihuahuas. They're great for announcing. They're great for alarms. If something if somebody's lurking around your property, they'll be alerted, and then they'll alert you. And then you have time to go get your pistol. That's nothing. I hope it's not too personal, Holly. But do you carry a pistol? I can't remember if we ever even talked about that face to face. Do you carry a pistol? Are you against firearms? Are you for firearms? You're with the MAGA crew now. So I have to ask, since it's kind of pointed. Oh wow, no. I love you talk about, but she's like, no, okay, so you're totally against all guns, but you're for other people having guns. I would love my gun I would you would love? Are you saying Lou? Did you mean to say love or lose my gun license? Did you mean to say love my gun license? Oh, you'd have to get it. Okay. I got you. I got you. So you've been to the range before. You've been to the range. You put some paper into, made it into some Swiss cheese. Holly with the Draco with the sticks. She's got the sticks. She's got the extendo with the clips and the magazines. Yeah, so it's Good Friday. Always have to remember that. Holly, not so much into Good Friday anymore. How? I'm trying to not make this so. I try not to be like super personal on here, but Holly, do your children, are you like, introducing them to different religions and faiths and different things like that and different systems of thought at the same time, or are you just raising them how you were raised and then like letting them choose what they can do because they're of age now to decipher what to do, what they want to do, right? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I might have been too personal. That's fine. That's cool. But Dr. Claude Anderson, look him up. Look at his videos on YouTube. I was watching one that's got me motivated. Oh, you're driving right now. Okay, I do not want you to get into a collision because you were typing on my show. Please do not put that on my head. Well, there's a report that she was on the Sky Saunders show and she just swerved into traffic and was just... Okay, so let me address Bumba now. Bumba, do you have weapons? Do you have the Draco? Do you have the Calico? Do you have the Uwap, the Blicky, the Wild thing? Talking about Dr. Claude Anderson at the same time. We're talking about if we got guns on each other. I ain't got no guns. No guns. I restrict myself from possessing any firearms because I'm restricted from doing so. I could probably find one, on the black market, but I'd rather not. Okay, you got the pole. Okay, I see you. I see what they do with the sticks. I see what you do. I see you. What's the name? You name her? Some guys named their rifles in boot camp. He got the stick. So that's all you're gonna say? It's fine. Hey, you got the pole, you got the stick, I got you. Cool. That's cool. Now, I would have to, it would have to be reformed. I mean, I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to step into a gun shop probably. The first thing they ask is, were you ever institutionalized in a mental facility? That's like one of the top questions. I think it's like first or second thing. Are you a convicted felon and have you ever been institutionalized as a psychiatric patient? And I've definitely been institutionalized as a psychiatric patient. I cannot have a gun. Name Trina. Okay, got you. That's the only you got an arsenal, or is that's your main girl? And is she a pistol or a rifle? Is she a pistol or a rifle? You got the sticks. What kind of stick you got? All Sky wanted was a Pepsi. Wait, what are we talking about? All Sky wanted was a Pepsi. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean there. All Sky wanted was a Pepsi. What are you talking about, Bumba? Now that came through. All Sky wanted was a Pepsi. That's all you said. And I don't know what the hell you're talking about, sir. You lost me. Never. I never. You lost me. I've never heard a song called "Institution." I mean, I may not have recognized it. I didn't recognize it off the bat. So what happened? So I'm gonna have to listen to the song now. By Suicidal Tendencies, is that the song? I go, Mom, just give me a Pepsi, please. All I wanted is a Pepsi. All I wanted was a Pepsi, just one Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me, just a Pepsi. What the hell? I'm not crazy. You're the one that's crazy. You're driving me crazy. They stick me in an institution, said it was the only solution to give me the needed professional help to protect me from the enemy myself. Whoa, okay. Wow. Suicidal Tendencies, 1983. Whew. See. I don't think they can even have that anymore. There wouldn't be a. Were they signed? Who was under them? Who was? Are they? They're still touring. It looks like. Hold on. Formed in 1980. What are their labels? Frontier, Caroline, Virgin, Epic, Suicidal. They're still touring. They're still putting in work. The crossover thrash, metal, hardcore punk, funk metal, skate punk. Wow. Jesus. It was in Iron Man. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Suicide Boys are pretty big. So they sampled, I'm sure, suicidal tendencies, and they sampled 3-6 Mafia, and they had a lawsuit against them because they didn't give them fair credit for using their songs. Suicide Boys. 3-6 Mafia sued them. See, this is so cool about this show. This is really cool. I've never even paid attention to this at all. I never paid attention to suicidal tendencies. So this is a mixed race. It looks like. Looks like there's white, black, Hispanic. Robert Trujillo. He's on Metallica. He's a Metallica guitar player. Bass player. He's a bass player. He's a bassist. One of the best ever. He was on Suicidal Tendencies. He performed with Ozzy Osbourne, Rock and Power. Always. They're gang-banging punk. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. They're gang-banging punk, you know? I'm glad about one band. I don't remember the name. Damn. Atlanta. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on. The Paradox. Look up The Paradox. I heard one song from them, but they're an all-black pop punk group that was on one of my favorite groups. I mentioned them earlier. Green Day. Green Day is one of my favorite rock bands of all time. Billy Joe Armstrong was a great lyricist and a great guitarist. He's kind of like Kurt Cobain. He's probably more of a better lyricist than he is a guitarist. But Billy Joel Armstrong can control the acts. He can control the acts. Oh wow, their shows are pretty dangerous. Yeah, I would imagine. Blink over Green Day. Are you asking me a question? Blink over Green Day. Green Day all day. Green Day all day. And I'm a poser. I will admit that. Like I was saying, I can only say mid 2000s hip hop and um and gospel music. That's it. That's all I'm used to. And classical music. I'm kind of a poser on classical music too, but that's your opinion. Okay, so why? Why is Green Day not as good as Blink 182? Blink got more variety. Okay. And I think there's a little bit more of a sense of humor with Blink 182. It's like they're kind of like the funny, like Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters have that kind of funny style, but they can be serious too. Green Day is very serious. I think like they make really really great songs. But that's pretty much it. Let me see. And Green Day take themselves too. That's you saying what I just said. That's funny. We're agreeing. They take themselves very seriously. Billy seems like a douche. Billy seems like a douche. Well, he is bisexual. You know, he goes either way. Put that where right there. When the lights go out, a mouth's a mouth. That was, of course, number 9, Gene Richmond. Fight the man with my 7-Eleven brand Slurpees. That's a line, right? That sounds like a lyric. That sounds like somebody's line. And I probably never heard it. Like I said, I'm a poser. I only listen Sewed. I love Sewed. System of a Down. But all I can tell you are their pop songs, or their singles. Like what's it called? Like Chop Suey and Toxicity. Uh-oh. Holly, are you in a safe place? Are you not driving anymore? Are you okay? You're able to type. You already typed ew. What does the ew mean? What does that mean? No, Green Day have their own Slurpees with their faces on them at 7-Eleven. Do they still have that? That's awesome. I would buy it, you know. They had their own flavors. Oh, whoa, Holly, whoa, wait, hold on. You don't like Billy Joe Armstrong? Is that what you're saying, Holly? We're friends. We're BFFs. And you don't like Billy Joe Armstrong? Billy Joe Armstrong, dead ass. It's a like green apple or something. Oh, okay. That makes sense. She's laughing. She's laughing at my dumb ass. Because you have to explain yourself, young lady. Hold on a minute. Do you not like his pen? His pen is strong. I'm saying Louis. I don't know why I said Louis. Billy Joe Armstrong's pen is very strong. Very strong. American Idol, Idiot is a decent album though, but not after that. Dookie is probably their greatest album. American Idiot was like for the critics. If you understand what I'm saying, it was like for the critics, but it was a commercial success too. But it was mainly for the critics. But they weren't writing for the critics. Billy Joel wasn't writing for the critics, but he had an idea to make it more commercial, make it more kind of like that. And I think American Idiot is kind of like a monumental album because it told like a story. That's why they made it into a Broadway show. I don't think the Broadway show did as well though. I don't think it did that great. It ran for a few seasons. Yeah, Dookie Life from '95. That's true. It's a concept album, rock opera thing. Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, but come on, like wake me up when September ends. Good riddance. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I mean, the guy can write. He's a writer. Come, Holly, please explain yourself. Please explain yourself. Please let me know that you're safe and you're not driving in a vehicle right now. Yeah, it was a rock opera thing. Yeah. Okay, you're home now. Great, great. So you can now you can sit down and explain yourself, young lady, why you think Billy Joe Armstrong isn't that guy. Why you put ew like that? I just like him, his big mouth and his polish. Well, we had set that aside. I'm talking about his artistry. I think you like his artistry more so than his bombastic, liberal bullshit, whatever. Leftist bullshit, whatever. I agree with you on that. His politics I can't get down with. But his artistry, what do you think about his artistry, Holly? I'm sure you've written your share of songs yourself. You went to Berkeley, graduated, so I'm sure you know what it's like to write a song. He had a really cringe tangent on stage recently. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. He was he was bitching about Justin Bieber. Is that what you meant to say? I'm no songwriter. Okay. But you've written songs though, Holly. Have you not? Have you not written a song or two? You probably have written at least 3 songs. At least. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Nope, really? Okay, so you've never written one song at all. One, not even for a class. Why would I write a song? Because you have a beautiful voice. And if you had the lyrics to match that beautiful voice, then it would be like great. No, nope. I've had a little success and no people. That's what Bumba says. Holly says those are very different things. Okay, see, you would know. I'm gonna fall back because you obviously know that life. You know what that's like. So I'm gonna fall back on songwriter Holly. I'm gonna just say singer Holly. Can do covers. You can do covers and stuff. So okay, so Bumba, you can do covers and stuff. So covers how? Who improvise? Not me. I mean Holly. Oh. Okay, okay. I'm gonna jump back in. He's asking a question. Holly, he's asking you that question. But I'm gonna ask you this question after you answer his question because it's kind of pressing. I'm gonna just ask you this. Has anyone written a song for you, or have you hired a songwriting team? Have you done anything like that? Because I know you have a plethora. You have a wide range of songs that you know how to sing. But has anybody written a song specifically for you, Holly? That's what I want to know. No, don't you think I would have shared this with you? Well, I'm stupid. I don't know. I'm just saying. You got a wonderful voice. And, if you wrote your own stuff, that'd be really cool. If somebody else wrote it for you, that'd be really cool. That'd be awesome. But I'm stupid. I didn't know. But thank you for clearing it up. I fall back now again. I fall way back again. Let me fall back. Okay, so Dr. Claude Anderson. Switch up the whole scenario. Making beats is easy. Yeah, that's why there's a difference between beat makers and producers. Beat makers just like shuffle off sounds. Producers actually create sonic, soundscapes. That's the difference. I'm a producer. I use a shit ton of real instruments. That's awesome. She said nice. So if you're a producer, how much you charging? Do you make deals? You say, okay, I'll work with you. I do it for 1,200. I do this for 1,500. I do that for 5 stacks. What do you do, Bumba? Since you got the real instruments. You collect instruments, even weird ones. Yeah. What do you have, like a didgeridoo? You know what a didgeridoo is? I'm making my own album, but I'm on some vinyl and tapes. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. Salute to that. But that's what I'm saying, though. I know you're making your own album, but do you sell production? Do you have what is your program that you use? I got a kalimba. Okay, melodica, harmonica, propane drums. Damn. That's real. That's real instruments. You're not playing around. Not right now, but I might. Okay, I got you. That's cool. And regular instruments like guitar. Okay. But we got musicians in the house. I have nothing to do with musicians. I was a choir boy. I sang in the choir tenor section. That's as close to musicality as I'll ever get. That's it. But you both are instrumentalists. That's awesome. See, this is my show. I have people that have tremendous talent. I know for a fact that Holly has talent. I'm taking Bumble on his word. Holly says, I had a supervisor at a past job who played the kalimba. How funny. Yeah, it's a cool little African instrument. Yeah, the finger piano, right? I didn't even look that up. It's the finger piano, right? My finger piano? I didn't look it up. I remember that from like third grade, something like that. We were, if I'm saying it right, it's the finger piano, right? But you actually use your thumbs. You don't really. Yeah, it's your thumb. Yeah, you actually use your thumbs, not your fingers. But it's the thumb piano. Yeah, it makes a really nice sound. I like it. It sounds cool. I think they use it in color purple. She was an old gray-haired white lady. But she was playing the hell out of that kalimba, wasn't she? It's relaxing. I smoke and play it. Okay. When you say smoke, no, I'm just playing. Are you talking about the wacky tobacco? You talking about the devil's cabbage? The Zaza. You put the Zaza in the air. I see you. Okay. You put that Zaza in there. So Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm trying to steal the narrative. Yes, Radio Hawkins, you said it again too, sir. Your dollar is appreciated here. Thank you very much. Go to my main page, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever you can do over $5, $5 or more. If you do anything less, it's coming right back to you. But I appreciate you. Thank you for coming to my live. I appreciate your energy and your enthusiasm. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button too. Thank you. So say hi to the first lady of the room, Holly Correnti. And that's Correnti with an E, not an I. Say hi to Bumba. Salute to him. We need a Pooh Shiesty prison album. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty, I don't not like him. I don't not like his rhymes. His rhymes are pretty tight. They're pretty tough. They're kind of tough. And he just can't get out of his own way. Some people just can't get out of their own way. He's just one of those people that just can't find themselves in a position to not be. It's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. And he still hasn't got the clue. He can't put it together. He can't put the puzzle together. Rapper named X-Rated recorded an album on the prison phone. I believe you. So did Mac Dre. I didn't know that, but I believe you on both counts. That's who else? God damn. Who did DMX? I think he just recorded a song from prison one time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody else did. I think Ja Rule did, or somebody else that was in the business already that went to prison. And I know they wrote their whole album. I think Wayne wrote most of his album when he was locked up, and same thing with Gucci Mane. Charles Manson did the album too. I did not know that, but I'm taking your word for it. That sounds crazy as hell. Charles Manson was one of the most misguided, misunderstood, horrific, evil human beings ever to be cast into the world. But he had a philosophy about him. It was completely wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to. Oh well, he was a thinker. He had a terrible, horrible, viewpoint of the world. But it made you think. Something just like, I don't agree with this person, but with one thing that Mr. Choice Star Terrain usually points out is when he says how the blacks will rise up and take over, from Whitey, but they're not smart enough to run the country. That's where I come in, of the world, Burzum did a couple albums. They were good, electronic. Wow. See, and that's the difference. Whole body. But, that's the difference, because I mean, like Charles Manson never got out of prison. He died in prison. But they were like, you know what? He's not going to do anything. He's not going to get out. I don't think he ever escaped or even made the attempt to. Um, he uh he had a way about him that said, he was incarcerated and he wouldn't be rehabilitated, but he could still use these tools, for music, for musicianship, for instrumentality. I guess my dumb ass. Bumba, you said whole body. What is a whole body? What is a whole body? What whole body? What? So let's talk about Good Friday. Did you eat fish today? Either one of you? Did one of y'all eat fish? Did one of y'all have just matzah crackers, or you're fasting for Lent? You're still, I think, is it Good Friday where you still fast? I don't know, but a lot of times my dad is right. The sun doesn't shine on Good Friday. The sun doesn't shine on Good Friday. For us, it's cloudy. I mean, depending on where you are in the world, obviously on Good Friday, the sun is going to be shining somewhere else. But in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, the sun ain't shining. It's not shining right now, or it wasn't earlier. I think it's set by now. But yeah. Okay, what are you doing? Whole body, Charles or Marilyn? What are you doing, Bumba? What are you doing, Charles or Marilyn? What are you talking about, Charles or Marilyn? What are you talking about? To do what? To say what? I'm gonna cancel that whole thing and just say Marilyn. I'm not even gonna do whatever you want me to do with Charles. Cause they blame it on Marilyn and that heroin. Where were the parents at? Who's better, Charles or better at what? Who do you mean better? Marilyn Manson is a totally different person from Charles Manson. Marilyn has some banger albums. I never listened to Charles Manson's albums, and I probably never will. I'm not on that type time. Holly, you still in here? I don't know if Holly went away. I said Maryland. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. That's my fault. I messed that up. You did say Maryland, but you can't compare them, and it's hard to even compare because Charles Manson was a homicidal maniac. Okay, she is. Charles Manson toured with the Beach Boys. Yes, true. Skylar, do you know that? Yes, I did. That I did know that, and he Brian Wilson, and he had like some kind of some kind of connection together, not sexual relationship or something like that, but they had like a writing kind of thing or something like that. Brian Wilson and Charles Manson, he stalked a Wilson brother. Wow, I didn't know that. Charles music sucked mostly. Well, I wouldn't even I would not even venture to listen to his music. Even though he's dead, I don't even know who would benefit from it. But thank you, Holly. Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate you. Hobo banging on an acoustic guitar and moaning. That sounds about right. I wouldn't knock that. I wouldn't knock that. I mean, I wouldn't listen to it, but hey, I wouldn't. I'm talking about your quote, your post, that he was a hobo banging on an acoustic guitar and moaning. Yeah, that seems about right. And all of it's black music. Don't get it confused. It's all the blues with a little bit of Irish jig, a little bit of, European influences here and there, but mainly everything in popular music today, from pop music itself to metal to, hip hop to R&B, which has B in it, rhythm and blues. It's all black. Gospel music, black. It's fact. Didn't mean to rhyme right there. I kind of rhymed. I didn't do a full rhyme, but I listen to a lot of black music. Well, most music is black music. Unless it's a waltz or, what's it called? Yodeling. Some white. I think you listen to all black, sir. I don't think you listen to all white. I think you listen to all black. You listen to mostly black. They just have white faces. Like the Beatles. If you ever noticed, know the story about the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. They were smart enough. See, Americans weren't smart. White Americans weren't smart enough, and black Americans weren't smart enough to function until about the mid '50s, when Little Richard and Bo Diddley and all them, they came up. But Little Richard, he used to, tour with the Beatles. So it's facts. Wow, okay. That was just a trivia question at work 2 days ago. There was a song that got whitened up and got popular, but the black version was way better. It was in This Day in History. Oh, Roll With Me or something similar. Could it be Roll Over Beethoven? Could be Roll Over Beethoven. Could be it might be Roll Over Beethoven, Holly. I think I know. I'm pretty sure that might be it. Roll Over Beethoven. Oh, it was a woman. Oh, okay. Got you. Maybe it was Rosetta Tharpe. I don't know. Could have been Rosetta Tharpe. She has the guitar. Oh, not that song. Okay. Shut me down real quick. Bang. Hi, Skylar. It's been a long time. How are you doing? Hey, Brooklyn, say hi to the lady of the house, Holly. You don't know her, but she probably knows you, or she probably remembers you. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but if you don't know her, she's a super great human being, great singer, great guitarist, great on the piano, all around good person, therapist. Am I leaving anything out? You do remember. Okay, great. Just making sure. Okay, great. So make sure you say hi to her. Oh, you're asking me? Top 3 producers, Bumba? Okay, let's do this real quick. We can do this real quick. Number 3, Swizz Beatz. Number 2, rap, hip hop producers. Hip hop. Are you talking about top 3 hip hop producers? Number 3, Swizz Beatz. Number 2, Timbaland. Number 1, Dr. Dre. That's all I got. That's all I got. Everybody else got to fall in line. Yeah, that's my top 3. That's my top 3 hip hop. So top 3 hip hop producers: Swizz, Tim, Dre. In that order, from least to best. Everybody else falls in line. DJ Premier. Oh man, this nigga here. He said DJ Premier. Is that your top one? Is that your top Premier Primo? RZA, DJ Paul, Mobb Deep, and maybe Alchemy. Well, you can't say maybe Mobb Deep. I know. Do you mean just Havoc? Havoc is the producer in Mobb Deep. And are you going in order? I went in order. 3, 2, 1. Are you going in order? And maybe Alchemist. All that you said is on point though. RZA, DJ Paul. I think you meant Havoc. Yeah, but Prodigy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I think he has some producer credits as well. Prodigy. Roll with me, Henry. Whoa, I gotta look that up. That sounds awesome. Roll with me, Henry. By Etta James. Etta James. The Wallflower. It says Dance with Me, Henry on here. But it says also known as Roll with Me, Henry and Dance with Me, Henry. It's on the, hold on. It looks like it's on the Sister Act soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the soundtrack for music from the original motion picture soundtrack. Yep, 1950. The song came out in 1955. The white version was Dance with Me Henry's and made the charts. Yep. Drake is the best. Drake is the best what? Check that Cash App too. Thank you. Who's that? Rayal. Thank you, Rayal. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Also, I did T.I.'s Let Them Know fitness challenge with the Patience Wednesday. That's awesome. Oh, man. My favorite T.I. song of all time is either Live Your Life, I'm still debating, or What You Know. I think What You Know might be my favorite solo song from him, but it's the featured song with Rihanna is Live Your Life. Let me see. Ooh, Holly, you might have to put some soap in your mouth, young lady. Drake blows. I like Drake. I like his music. I like Drake. Kanye would be if he didn't fall off so hard. I'm listening to Bully, and I'm like, the production is kind of, it's not. I didn't have a problem with it, except for one song, Brothers and Sisters, sounded really annoying. Other songs sounded, like he was back in his bag. That's the white version. Holly said that's the white version. Most of Bully is AI, including his raps. Yes, true. That's a fact. If you look on the Wikipedia page, it actually has, the personnel and the instrumentation. I think has elements of artificial intelligence. I think that's what it really said. And there's a quote from one of the musicians that he worked with. So, and it says it goes all the way up to a point, and it just sounds like 808s and Heartbreak, because they use the vocals for 808s and Heartbreak from then on. So, do you think the Northwest will be huge? Do you think Northwest will be huge? I don't know. Is she a minor? I think she's still a minor. I might not want to talk too much on Northwest. She's a minor. She's like 15 or 16 years old, I think. Yeah, she's 12. I'm not going to talk about Northwest. Sorry, Brooklyn. But I think Ye can redeem himself eventually. Well, he's got the money. He's not like he's broke, busted, and disgusted. His streaming is still strong. Graduation was the most streamed album on hip hop last year. Had 8 billion streams. 8 billion. What's that, like $250,000 or something like that? It's not even that much money, but it's a lot of streams just to say you have a lot of streams. He made Jesus. You sounded like Dave Chappelle again. He made Jesus. Everybody loves Graduation. It's a feel good. Exactly. Not his best. It's a classic, but it's not a monumental. He has 4 monumental albums. Excuse me. Take that back. The College Dropout, Late Registration, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Jesus. Those are all defining albums. of monumental, perception, monumental ideal. Donda was his last great album. I mean, if you listen to if you go by the Guardian I think gave it a perfect score. I think so, or like 4.5 stars or something like that. She's 12. That's what I'm saying, Holly. She's 12. I'm not talking about a 12-year-old. I'm cool. I'm really cool. That's just me. she already is huge. Hey, I wouldn't know. I'm not really into that kind of thing. It's not my thing. But if you want to talk about it, that's fine. Only Christian rap album I can get with. Yeah. The best Christian rapper I think was it went gold. What was it? Jesus is King. I think it is. Yeah, Jesus is King. But I think Kanye's. I just said the full name anyway. But I think Ye's reputation is so tarnished that it can't be recouped. Like I don't think he'll ever get a Grammy again. I don't think I'll ever get an American Music Award again. I don't think he can say goodbye to the NAACP awards. Goodbye to the India Ari Awards. I guess I'll take the I Got a Lot of Cheese Award. Damn, here we go again. I better stop before he finds out my channel and starts to he sues me for saying his lyrics. Jesus King was fire. I'm sorry, that was fire. And that's the weird thing about life. Because if that came into my life when I was like 10 or 12 years old, I'd probably be a Christian to this day still. I'd still be a Christian. If I never known about Mr. Choice Star Terrain or Ayn Rand or anybody like that, wouldn't have been that. His album Bully will be big. Yeah, it's got projection. They're projecting 200,000 units with 50,000 pure units sold. HH, I know. I know you want to say that. I know you want to say it. Ye's greatest song is Can't Tell Me Nothing. Donda was way better. I thought Donda was a strong piece too. Not his masterpiece, but it was a strong offering. And I still think that Jesus is Lord. What is it? Is it Jesus? Lord. Is it called Lord? What is it? What is it? Hold on. Yeah, Jesus Lord. Longest song on the album. Or the second longest song on the album. Which is Jesus Lord Part 2 is the other one. But he's switching back and forth. He's doing a lot of things back and forth. One day we gotta mute the curses, we gotta mute the expletives. And then the next album, it's all nigga. Like he's going back and forth. He's showing signs like myself. That's that bipolar, I don't know if he's on his drugs. I don't know what he's on. His prescription drugs, I'm saying. And a song with Marilyn Manson and the baby on it. Okay. That song has mad aura. Okay. Salute to Chief X 88. Chief X 88. They don't know the things I say on Twitter. Marilyn Manson on a Christian rap album. What the? Yeah. Who is this? Lion Adoskis? Hello? Thank you for your tax money, BB. He's a member of the Church of Satan. Is that Maryland? But I don't understand what you're talking about. Leona Doskis? You gotta explain yourself a little bit. You're coming into the room. I don't even know you like that. Don't let me get Holly on you. She'll straighten you out. She'll give you that straightening. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I would have probably, depending on another moment in my life, I would have been a Satanist too. I'm for Lucifer. I'm for Jesus and Lucifer. That's the weirdest thing. I'm for Jesus. He doesn't deserve to die for the sins of the world, for the wretches, the people that are under him that aren't innocent. He died for them. Like, that is the ultimate injustice in the world. I can't accept that. That's why I'm not a Christian. Or one of the reasons. There's multiple reasons, but that's one of the main reasons I'm a Christian. Leona is trying to stir the pot. I see that now. It's a good song. Jail Part 2. Jail Part 2 is cool. It's like, to me. I'm like, I'm going to jail tonight. Going to jail tonight. Very funny Jew troll. Leona, I'm stuck here, can't leave. But Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the most brilliant minds in all of American history, he has fortified his own mind into saying that the black populace needs to wake up. He doesn't care that there's a $3 trillion purchasing power with him. I could be wrong. You might want to check those stats, but there's something close to that. He wants, black businesses. He wants to, privatize. He wants to have enterprises for schools, especially. He said the integration was not a good idea. Some parts he's right. I'm for private segregation. If you're white and you say, look, nigger, you can't come into my restaurant. I'm like, hey, I'm not coming to your restaurant. But guess what? I'm going to make my own restaurant. I'm going to invite white people, brown people, red people, yellow people, black people, and I'm going to get all the business. While you keep on with your white people, and they might be like, hey, they may have something over there too. They might even leave you. I'm in Israel for Passover. Oh, okay. That's serious. Y'all come out in all caps. Salute to Holly. They did that and people got mad. What are you talking about? Did what? And why did people get mad? What are you talking about, Bumba? You lost me. Oh, okay. What are you going to serve, sushi or fried chicken in your restaurant? Probably both. A little bit of surf and turf. A white-only community. Yeah, there is one. Yeah, there is a white... I just saw it. I can't remember what it was. Though. There was like a white-only community, and like it's legit. It's like they can only have white people in it. There's one for Jews. I know in New York. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a vlogger. He does videos, but it's a Jewish community. He's like going up to him. He's asking him questions with the mic. He's like, "What do you do for your living? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? What do you do for work? What are you doing?" He's like just asking him. And the guys just go by. They had the curls. It's crazy. It's where Afro Man lives. It's all white. That's because he's got that good money. Afro Man's got good money. Don't get it twisted. That I Get High song probably sold enough units to get him a good decent. He got him a decent suit. That's for sure. He got the American flag suit. It looks like a boring community though, middle of nowhere, maybe. But I like boring. I'm in boring suburbs. I don't hear gunfire. I don't hear people yelling in the street. I don't hear that doesn't go on here. That trial was funny. We were just that's Holly and I. We were just talking about that. The lemon pound cake story. That was giving us the giggles. We were laughing. I saw Afroman live on 420. Wow, that's legendary. It must have been like a fog, drifted into the auditorium or the outside. It must have been like a smoke cloud. Yeah, lick 'em low, Lisa. Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't understand something. You have to break this down to me, real Barney style. Was it a woman up there? Or was that a man? Was that a man or a trans? I didn't know what that was. He had long hair and a deep voice. I was like, what is that? That's Lisa, right? Is that the Lisa he was talking about, Afro Man? Somebody break that down to me. Afro Man hit a blunt and passed it around from stage, and I hit it. So you basically kissed him in the mouth. She's a woman with a deep voice. Wow. I was like, damn. No cap. Wow. She's a woman with a deep voice. I was like, what is that this looks real strong in the face. Long hair. That doesn't mean anything. Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson is a pioneer. He's not even he was on the Breakfast Club, but it got like 10,000 views or something. I don't know how many views it got. Let me see. Can't find it. Damn it to hell. This is from a few years ago. From 6 years ago. 5.7 million views. Wow. Powernomics. Because that's what it is. It's about this money. It's all about the money. It's always has been, always will be about this money. Oh my God. Ask me anything about that trial. I watch it gavel to gavel. Wow. That's awesome. Afro Man has good weed. It was a tiny club too. Wow. Yeah, you definitely caught contact from that. Woman, yes. She just happens to have a manly voice. Yeah. See, that's where we differ, Holly, with that actress. What's her name? Hold on. We differ. Hold on. Stella Gigante or Gianti. I'm not sure how you pronounce it really. Is it like your name? But she's portrayed by Lucy Fry. I think Lucy Fry is sexy. She's a good looking woman. To me. We might still differ, Holly. Brooklyn says he was charged with RICO and trafficking in his basement, but he has no basement. I love it. How you gonna traffic out of a basement and you ain't got no basement? Yeah, Lucy Fry. She plays Stella Gigante. Higante. Higante. In the crime drama television series Godfather of Harlem, which I appreciate Holly for reminding me how much that's a good show. Appreciate that. I have to get caught up. She's already on season 4. I'm on season 1 still. It was wild. That show was wild. You have to be prepared for that. It comes at you fast. They tried to get him like he was Viper. Yeah, the Viper the rapper. Yeah. Ooh, right. Vipers. Ooh. Brooklyn says he said he took videos from his house because he didn't want to be Epstein. Ooh. Is that why he set up all those cameras? Because he set up cameras in the front and in the kitchen where the lemon pound cake was. But they burst down the door. They really just broke in. So did he get a payday? Brooklyn, you know about the trial. Is he getting a payday soon? Is he from the state or the city? Somebody. He's gonna get paid. No. Holly. Yeah, she knows too. He didn't ask for money. Oh, he just wanted respect. Okay, I can respect that. He is the defendant. I thought he was the. That is true. This was a criminal case. It took him to court, but can he like countersue? He can countersue, can he? For defamation, they lost. So there's no damages. He doesn't care about money. All he wanted was to protect his First Amendment. That's what I respect. They tried to get him for $4 million. Wow. He can, but he won't. Got you. Okay, so he's good. He's not like begging for money. He's good. It's civil only. Okay, got you. I thought it was criminal. The way they acted was criminal. When you raid somebody's house, that's like a criminal. You know what? I don't even know. Because Soulja Boy is convicted. Is not a convict. He's not criminal, but he's liable for rape. He has a rape charge attached to his name. It was a civil case. It wasn't a criminal case, but it was a civil case. But hey, it's crazy. Bumba says the song is doing good and he's getting paid off that. Yeah. Holly says he said that he made the music to pay for their damages. Wow. That's a hard left and right. Damn. To pay for their damages. Wow. So he recorded. Y'all are like experts because I didn't really follow it until Holly put it into my atmosphere, to my world. So he recorded 2 or 3 songs based on this trial. They took $4,400 from his house, but only returned $4,000. Oh wow! So where's that $400 in police custody? Where is that? Five songs more coming. Wow, he should do like a whole double album. So that's where he says they stole from him. Oh, that's where they say they stole from him. He made an album. Okay. That Daily Show clip was good though. There was a Daily Show clip that broke it down and gave it great insight. That was good. And it was even in the police documentation that money was missing. Wow. Okay. But all we saw Afro Man mollywop that girl on stage. I remember that. He wailed on that girl. I don't know what. Woo, that was fiery. But I think it was self-defense or something like that. I don't think he was charged or anything. Like she jumped on stage or something crazy. He was doing a tour with Snoop Dogg. So when they went after him, he had the proof. Huh. And none of this had to do with any of the marijuana. None of this had to do with weed. None of this had to do with weed. It had to do with money, a lemon pound cake, American flag suit, and a pretty astute, knowledgeable black man that knows his rights. That's what I always like. I think that's the coolest thing, when you know your rights. He was wilding. Nah, he had to pay a shit ton of money. Wow. They found one joint in the house. Okay, got you. They claimed he was trafficking marijuana and holding people hostage. Jesus. I like him, but that was effed up. That is kind of effed up. I do remember that now. When was that? That was in 2015. Damn, 11 years ago. I'm looking it up right now. I'm seeing how he was midway through a performance. A woman walked on stage. She was holding a drink. He turned around and punched her in the face. Only 12 to 15 security guards had been on duty to manage a crowd in excess of 500. According to Foreman's representative, he had punched the woman in an involuntary reaction to the invasion of his personal space. Foreman said that he mistook her for another audience member who had been heckling him throughout the performance. He publicly apologized and sought assistance with anger management. Well, he had to take the anger management courses to avoid going to jail, or probably shelling out like 5 stacks or something like that. Yeah, Bumba says she was just dancing, annoying, but he didn't have to knock her out cold. But like I just said, he had her pegged as a heckler who was annoying him from earlier, so he thought that was him that was annoying him. That came on stage, and he, out of reaction, according to his statement, he did it out of he did it to defend himself. That's what I'm saying. They played corn tapes in open court to prove damages. Where are you going? What's that, Brooklyn? Where you going? Did you mean corn with the K? Corn tapes in open court to prove damages. Where you going? I don't know where you're going. Yeah, I guess he thought he was getting blindsided. Yeah, I guess so. Brooklyn P. Okay. Holly. Sky, I gotta go. My kiddo is waiting for me. Hey, thank you, Holly. Everybody salute Holly. Wish her well. Safe travels. Respect to you. You're the first lady of Sky Saunders and the show. But thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. And if I don't talk to you, have a good weekend. Resurrection Sunday's right around the corner. They don't call it Easter so much. They call it Resurrection Sunday. So take care. Salute, Holly. I'm be getting out of here soon. I got a few more moments left. I'm still cool. I'm still cool. Y'all are vibing well with me. I'm feeling it. Holly was great. Holly, corrected my dumb ass. I love it when she corrects me. That's my white girl. She corrects me. It's beautiful. It's great. He has 18 studio albums. That's crazy. He ran for president. Wow, he's got a whole lot of music. Lemon Pound Cake actually came out in 2022? That's crazy. Oh, the police raid was in 2022. Okay. And the case just went to order. Is that right? Oh, I got that right. Viper has 357 albums? Jesus. All recorded from behind bars. Is that right? Dr. Claude Anderson. Look him up. Find him out. You will get a wealth of knowledge from this guy. No cap, no with the hostage in the garage. So there was no hostage in the garage. So they were completely wrong on all counts. They only found a roach or something like that in the living room. If that's right, right? He saw a 500% increase in streaming compared to before. That's crazy. I hope it doesn't go down. Because he's hot right now. Oh my God, Afroman. Oh, whoa. He beat the case. The verdict came out in his favor. That song's in my head. Lemon pound cake. That's just the best. I don't even know how it goes, but that's the tune. It's in my head now. Lemon pound cake. He's a novelty act. He's definitely a novelty act. There's no question about it. He's fun though. He's good, and I think he's talented. But he's a novelty. He's like Kiss, you know. He's a novelty act. Sounds like Wesley Willis. Wesley Willis. Who is Wesley Willis? Who is Wesley Willis? I didn't even know about this person. Diagnosed with schizophrenia in 1989, Willis began a career as an underground singer-songwriter in the outsider musician tradition. Wow. He died to complications from chronic myelogenous leukemia in Skokie, Illinois at age 40. Wow. Yes, he was mentally ill, yeah. I just, you guys are a wealth of knowledge. Holly teaches me stuff. Bumba, you teach me stuff. Wiz teaches me stuff. I appreciate my audience. I really do. Don't think I'm just, I am a money grubber. I'm here for the money. Don't get it confused. But I get a lot of information and ideas from you guys. So I appreciate it. That's serious. I really do. He's not. But he was a novelty act. He died in 2003. Wesley Willis. Lemon pound cake. Rock and Roll McDonald's went viral. Is that on YouTube? I mean, I can check it out right now, but yeah, I will. Rock and Roll McDonald's. Look at that. Rock and Roll McDonald's. Oh, that's creepy as hell. I have to listen to that. Yeah, it went viral. I want to see how much it can go viral. If it can stay viral. It's at 3.2 million views 7 years ago. Lemon pound cake. But Dr. Claude Anderson, if you ever wanted to look up somebody that has their mind right, who's pushing the P, who's giving off great vibes, excellent, thoughtful, manly, strong vibe. This is the clavicular, what he needs to understand. This is what Andrew Tate needs to understand. This is what Nick Fuentes needs to understand. It's not about the jawline or your clavicles or your muscle, your biceps or your deltoids or any of that, which is all great. If you want to build up your body, that's wonderful. That's you're using your brain, but it's all about the mind. It's still your brain. It's still your thoughts. That's what it's all about. Now Afro is a 2-hit wonder. Yeah, that was good. That was a good point. Because I Got High was actually nominated for a Grammy. Did you know that? I just learned that today. That would have been funny if it won. But he has 18 albums. That's crazy. So I think with the reality of there being a sense that Afro Man, knew his rights, knew how to present himself. The Afro's looking good. He's got the Afro, combed out and everything. Looks like a microphone. Oh, he didn't. Oh, wow. I bet he gets it correct. Play pound cake. Play lemon cake. Play lemon pound cake. Play lemon cake. He probably gets that all the time now. Are you talking about Because I Got High? Mostly soloed. I just saw on the picture he can play the double guitar. Not too many people can play the double guitar. That was from what rock band? God, I know this. I can't think of it. It's not Twisted Sister. I can't remember it. I can't remember it. Yeah, that's what he was playing. He had music playing off of iPod. That's awesome. That's great. He had music playing off of iPod. I was like, Maine, you can't afford a band? I'm gonna look it up because I can't remember it. But there's a lot of them. There's a few. There's Judas Priest, Metallica. Queen, Megadeth. But it's not the one I was thinking of. Rush, and Yes, they use double neck. Alex Lifeson, Stephen Howe. Cheap Trick. That's the one I was trying to think of. Cheap Trick. I used to go by a poster every day. But hey, it's been real. How long has we been on here? Going on 3 hours. I think I did a good show. Had fun. I will talk to you guys sometime tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.